Hey guys, so since we can't do lessons, I'm going to make a few of these videos all for our different instruments. So today we're doing the acoustic guitar, so if you're doing chordy acoustic guitar, this lesson's for you. We're going to be looking at writing our own song, so doing just what I started at the beginning of this song with, or the beginning of this lesson with. So we're going to write a song using standard chords that we've all learned. We've all learned a few, we might have learned lots. You should all have my sheet which has all the chords on it. If you haven't got it, get your parents to get hold of me and I'll email it through so you have got a copy of that one. So what we're going to do, we're going to use that set of chords to come up with our own progression, our own song if you like. To start with, we're just going to come up with one progression that we really like. So for today, we're just going to try and get a set of 3 or 4 chords that work really well together. If you're going to do a set of 3 chords, one of those chords needs to last for 2 bars. So we might have something like I was just playing there, where we had A minor, G, D, and then we play D again. And that's all my progression was at the beginning. It doesn't have to be that progression. You can use any set of chords, and I really encourage you to try loads of different chords. Don't worry if you don't feel like you know which ones fit with which. All we're going to worry about is which chords we like the sound of and which chords fit with the other chords in our heads. It doesn't matter if it fits or not. If it sounds right, then it is right. So we need to get our 4 chords. What we're going to do, pick any 4 chords to start with, stick them together and see what they sound like. They could sound awful, they could sound great, it doesn't really matter. We'll figure out which ones don't sound good. So maybe we've got this is our 4 chord progression. E minor, D minor, G major, C major. Now, to me, the D minor didn't sound great. So maybe I'll try a different chord there. Maybe I'll just try D major. Sounds nice already. So this experimenting is all that you need to do. You might decide, actually, the D minor isn't the problem chord. Maybe you need to change one of the other ones to fit. That's part of our kind of musical mind telling us what we should and shouldn't use. The next part is we want to create something that is a bit more than just 4 sets of chords. It's great to have a lovely set of chords. I'm going to go back to my A minor, G, D. Great, sounds cool, but it doesn't really sound like a song. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is to create a picking pattern. We've all had a go at these in lessons to varying degrees of success. You might notice that I've actually got a capo on my guitar as well. We're going to come to that later. So yours might sound a little bit different if you try this. So all I'm doing, picking the strings on my guitar, seeing which ones fit the best in my little picking progression. So once you've got an idea, maybe it's that. Maybe it's that. Then you can repeat that over the chords like I just did. And you might want to alter it to fit the different chords. That's absolutely fine. But the end goal is we want to come up with something that sounds really nice and you could imagine singing over it. If you can imagine some kind of vocal, you don't have to sing yourself, but if you can imagine some kind of vocals fitting over it, then you've done a really good job. So that's where I got mine from. So I've probably stolen that from another song. I'm not really sure, but it sounds really nice. I've used the capo, and the reason for that is it just makes it sound a little bit different. If I was to play it in normal key, It sounds fine, but it doesn't. This adds a kind of just makes it sound a little bit different, which is really nice when we're using these chords that all essentially sound the same as each other when we've played them a million times. So using the capo helps it sound a little bit different. It's not needed, it's not necessary, but it is a really useful tool. Once you've got your song, once you've got your progression, I'm going to stick this back on that first fret because that's where my progression was. Once you've got your progression, if you do sing, maybe you want to have a go at creating some kind of vocal line for that. If you don't sing, maybe you want to create some kind of pick line. So if you've got some way of recording, an iPad or the like, you might be able to record that down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So once it's recorded, you can add some notes over the top. Once you've got a set of notes that you think were nice, maybe you could try singing them, maybe you might not, but the goal here is to really get those first initial chords, get something that sounds nice as a song. It doesn't have to be complicated, doesn't have to be hard, it just has to sound nice. And once we've got those, we can look at progressing the song further. So maybe we'll come up with a chorus. We could carry on with the same chords. We might change the chords. Whatever they might be. And it's really your choice to try and create something a bit different there. I'll leave that down to you. The next steps of this is we are going to be creating those other sections. I'm going to give you some ideas and quick ways of doing that. But for now, all we want, one verse with a nice picking pattern that you're really happy with. All right, see you guys later. Bye.